Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. One-on-One digs into the existence of Flex Washington, a previous NBA player turned observer depicted by Flex Alexander, as he explores his newly discovered relationship with his teen girl, Brianna Barnes, played by Kyla Pratt. The show additionally includes Robert Ri'chard Sicily Johnson and Kelly Pinn as Flex's long-term companions. Debuting in September 2001 as a feature of Open's week-after-week satire setup One-on-One at first centered around the father dynamic, but as the series advanced, it went through huge changes in its last season. The accentuation moved towards featuring the more youthful cast individuals to speak to a more energetic crowd. Thusly, characters like Lex Alexander's job were strikingly decreased, with the star showing up in just 6 out of the last 22 episodes of the series. Sicily depicted the personality of Spirit Jones, the dear companion of Arnis Ballard and Brianna Barnes. Sewell stood apart as the unique individual from her gathering, known for her exceptional style sense and ability to create her own garments. Her on-screen presence and science with her cores were unrivaled, solidifying Sicily's depiction as extraordinary in the personalities of watchers. Sicily Johnson is additionally perceived as Sicily. Sue was brought into the world on October 1, 1985. Her initial life was set apart by her mom, Bernardine Pinky Winchester, leaving an oppressive marriage and briefly abandoning Sue and her more youthful sibling. Winchester later returned for her kids and migrated to California. Sicily set out on her diversion process at 8 years old with an uncredited appearance on an episode of Sesame Road. Her acting vocation picked up speed when she got the job of youthful Asia in a few episodes of Strong Morphine Influence Officers in 1995. She also depicted Angela Bass's niece in the 1998 movie How Stella Got Her Depression. Back in 2001, Sicily encountered a critical leap forward in her vocation when she got the job of Sewell Jones in the then-new sitcom One-on-One, a job she depicted for the show's initial 4 seasons. Inside the series, Sewell filled in as the relentless ally to Carla Metal's personality. Brianna and was portrayed as the little girl of previous nonconformists, running an incense shop all through the show's initial seasons. Sewell stayed a reliable voice of justification behind her companions, adding profundity to the elements of the storyline. As expectations developed for the 5th time of One-on-One, fans got debilitating news that a few darling characters, including Sicily's Sewell, wouldn't be returning. Both Sicily Sue and entertainer Kelly Pinn were educated that the show was changing course, and UPN selected not to restore their agreements. Sicily's last debut on the show circulated in May of 2005, denoting the conclusion of a significant time period for her contribution to the series in spite of the progressions. Sicily's depiction of Sewell Jones made a permanent imprint on the hearts of viewers, exhibiting her adaptability as an entertainer and her capacity to revive vital characters in the wake of endeavoring to engage an alternate crowd as opposed to keeping up with its dependable fan base developed north of 5 years. One-on-One confronted crossing out in May of 2006, harmonizing with the consolidation of UPN and the WB to frame the CW organization. The series, which traversed 5 seasons and broadcast more than 100 episodes, finished its run in the midst of the change. Pondering her residency with the show in a 2019 meeting with the Shade, Moon Sue communicated significant appreciation for her experience. "It was astounding. It had never truly hit me the number of individuals that cherished or related to the show. It never truly has. I quite recently realized I planned to work consistently to make a few people chuckle. I never became accustomed to as astounding. It had never truly equal. So a ton of things that we could have missed passed up a major opportunity in our daily routine. We got to experience out on the show in 2006. Sicily left on another section in her life when she wed drummer Chris Johnson, with whom she shares 2 girls following parenthood. Sue's acting vocation assumed a lower priority with her last attributed job, tracing all the way back to 2007 during her break. Sicily found a newly discovered enthusiasm for cooking. "It appears to be that I've delighted in turning into a cook lately. From 7 and 20, I busted my eyes. I think it PID well, yet it's not what I needed to do everlastingly. When Madison was an infant, I was too fat to even consider returning to acting, and I would have rather not lost the manner in which I realized I expected to accomplish something with my life energized by her mom. Sicily sought out culinary classes in the end. Arriving in a temporary position at the Los Angeles Times Test Kitchen, her culinary adventure extended as she wandered into outsourcing as a food beautician following a separation from her significant other. Sue moved to the Narrows region in 2016, where she laid the groundwork for her fantasy cafe, Pinky and Red's, a sandwich shop she co-possessed with her mom. In 2018, Pinky and Red's opened its entryways, denoting the start of an effective endeavor that resounded with supporters from the start. Sue's vision for her new eatery stretched out past simple culinary desires were expected to challenge standards and grasp the potential for progress inside minimized networks. It was significant, as far as we were concerned, to demonstrate the way that individuals coming from our networks can run a fruitful cafe. She stressed that this feeling reverberated profoundly with Sewell, who perceived the divergence in the culinary business, where minorities frequently work widely yet stay underrepresented in influential positions. An essential shift happened when Sewell migrated from California to New York with her girls about a year prior. In this new part of her life, she manufactured associations inside the culinary world, entering a significant relationship with individual female gourmet expert and novice Jay Sanders since showing up in New York. Sue set out on another endeavor, laying out and dealing with a southern fare cafe named Colors, considering her vocation shift in 2019. During a meeting, she shared bits of knowledge about her progress to an alternate proficient area. I was investigating cooking on a semi-proficient level around then. I had, as of late, gotten hitched, invited my oldest girl into the world, and felt a veritable hesitance to get back to acting. My essential center was finding something I was genuinely enthusiastic about. Subsequently, I set out to sign up for culinary school and initiated my examinations half a month after the fact. That deciding on this way has unequivocally been the most rewarding profession choice I've made, regardless of its difficulties. The excursion has been monstrously satisfying. Varieties, which opened its entryways in 2019, quickly procured a sought-after spot on the rundown of top cafes in New York City. Anyway, the promising excursion veered off in a strange direction in January 2020 when Sue took to Instagram to declare the troubling insight about the eatery's unavoidable conclusion because of subsidizing limitations. In her ardent message, she entreated the local area for help sharing the predicament of Varieties New York and its devoted staff. With a piercing allure, she underscored the desperation of the circumstance, encouraging supporters to contribute by means of Venmo, while featuring the prompt monetary strain looked by representatives who were surprised by the unexpected conclusion. Sue's assurance to maintain the eatery's ethos and give a steady climate to her group resounded in her source of inspiration, as she intended to mobilize support in the last long stretches of activity, endeavoring to offer workers a similarity to strength during unsure times. During a 2019 meeting with the Shade Room, Sue shared her goals of entwining her double interests for acting and cooking, communicating receptiveness to an expected revisitation of the universe of acting. Pondering her profession direction, she pondered, "I figure it would be wonderful to wed my two professions of cooking and acting. Who realizes I'm available to it?" Consistent with her words in late 2024, Sue's process accepted a thrilling turn as she expected the job of gourmet expert at Colors, a lofty eatery situated in the core of New York City. This huge vocation move denoted a prominent section in Sue's expert undertakings, displaying her unflinching commitment to both culinary expressions and the performing expressions. To my loved crowd, in the wake of seeing the provokes you've gotten through, I'm satisfied to share that starting around 2024, Sicily's total assets is assessed at $700,000. Her process drove her to join the group at Colors Cafe in New York City. Tie back in 2019, where she has devoted her ability and energy to culinary expressions. It's important that Sicily unveiled her yearly compensation, which remains at roughly $300,000. This wonderful accomplishment reflects her monetary accomplishment as well as her faithful obligation to her art in the culinary people group. Through her devotion and difficult work, Sicily has cut out an eminent presence in the business, rousing others with her versatility and assurance. My dear watchers, next we welcome you to investigate the ebb and flow residing space in Sicily's home right now, loft in Enino, Los Angeles, in September 2022. Sicily made a critical venture by buying a house in Enino, Los Angeles, for $300,000, regardless of its unassuming size of 19 square feet. This home offers a magnificent residing space inside. The house reveals 2 rooms and 2 washrooms, exhibiting a contemporary style that transmits extravagance and comfort. The inside of the house has gone through fastidious renovating to accomplish a cutting-edge style that requests to the 2 occupants and guests the same. The smooth plan components add to an enticing environment that encompasses the whole space. Also, the house is arranged inside a mind-boggling house that offers a variety of conveniences, including a shining pool, a quiet spa, an exceptional rest center, and a restoring sauna or recreation place, a grill region, and tennis courts introducing various open doors for diversion and unwinding comfort is vitally clear in the arrangement of open-to-stop courses of action with a different carport and 2 assigned parking spots in addition. Thanks for watching this video.